It took me 5 years to learn focus. It took me 5 years, maybe 10, depending on
what do you mean about focus?
Picking one opportunity and ruthlessly going after that one thing. I think a lot of people, me.
Yeah.
I get excited. I love opportunity. I love seeing the unseen, seeing where things could come together.
Because I see your mind going like I could tell from far, like when you walked in the first time right here, and we met back in Brett Lee's event.
Yeah.
But you just, I could tell that you have so many ideas going around your head. I don't know if that's true, but you seem like you're thinking like 100 things at once. Yeah. And so like you talked about focus.
Yeah.
Does that also mean how you manage your time? Because I know in the beginning part, you give everybody your time. And then after you start growing, then you stop giving people time. And then some people just get insulted and they get mad. And how do you approach that?
So two separate. One is kind of like the networking and people thing, and the other side was like the business focus side. Yeah. So on the business focus side, it's accepting the fact that there are always many 10 out of 10 opportunities. So the first thing I did was I was picking bad opportunities to go after. You know what I mean? Like, opening a dry cleaning store, or rather, I'll walk up the opportunity ladder. This might be interesting for everyone. So like, opportunity level number 1 is that you're working at a dry cleaning store, right? Like, and you're cleaning the clothing, right? That's like lowest level opportunity. You're trading time for dollars. You have zero leverage. One level above that is you're managing at that store. So now you in some way have some leverage, but you're not still owning, but you're operating, right? Mm-hmm. Level above that is you own the dry cleaning store. Okay, that's cool, but your leverage is you got 5 mile radius of people that you can serve out of the entire world, and the only level of leverage you have there is labor. That's all you have, is you have leverage over other people's time. The level above that is you franchise, or you sell other people your business model for how to do it. Now all of a sudden you've got capital and you've got leverage. You've got other people's money and other people's time. So all of a sudden that thing can go from being maybe a $1 million opportunity to a $100 million opportunity, right? And then all of a sudden, if you aggregate franchises, right, now you're at $1 billion. So it's like each of these things and if let's say you created a software that made the whole thing faster, it's like now you're using code and then you associate like Kylie Jenner's brand with like Kylie Clean, whatever. Yeah. And so then you're using media to get even more leverage on the opportunity. And so learning about leverage was the thing that took me a long time to understand in terms of what boat I'm in. So I'll give you the quote from Warren Buffett, but he said, I'll give you the full quote. So he had his closest friend from Columbia Business School who went to school with him. They were really smart, really hardworking, liked each other a lot. When they finished, his best buddy went to do into steel business, manufacturing steel, and then he started Berkshire Hathaway. 30, 40 years later, this guy, the steel business is a tough business, right? He made an okay living. He's like, but he didn't do anything really exceptional. And then Warren built Berkshire Hathaway. And he said, and that's when I learned that it wasn't about how hard you row, but what boat you're in. And so there's a lot of really, really hardworking people out there who are really smart. They're just not, the thing that they're missing is ignorance of opportunity, is ignorance of leverage. And so if you can get into a better leverage opportunity, the same time or same effort or same intelligence can yield you a 10x, 20x, 1000x return, which is hard to conceptualize, but still true. Mm-hmm. And so understanding the leverage of the opportunity, and then from a character perspective, understanding that I have to pick a high leverage opportunity and I must stick with it for an unreasonable amount of time. I have to just keep doing it. And the outsized returns, the compounding of the opportunity comes from the depth of the experience, which comes through repetition. And so a lot of people get, whether a mile wide, an inch deep, rather than a mile deep, an inch wide. And most times that kind of depth of experience is what gives you the compounding outsized returns in the longer haul. And so I think if I had known, 1, how to pick the right opportunity, and 2, said, okay, if I did just this thing for the next 10 years, it would be unreasonable for me not to be a billionaire, then nothing else matters. Mm-hmm. So even if somebody's like, dude, I've got this new tech thing, it's gonna be huge, I could say, totally understand. But if I do just the thing I'm doing right now, I'll get to $1 billion, which is right now the current goal, right? Yeah. And so that's it. Like, and I could have 20 other things. Like, dude, we gotta do this building together. Like, I'll bet you I could make money on that. But if I do nothing else besides this one thing that I'm focused on, I will get to $1 billion. And so everything that is not that is a distraction from that.
Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to Driven Channel now to watch the latest videos and catch up on all the podcasts.